Now we know that fluid slashes have a lot of power in them. The only problem is, after a power shot, it takes me a little bit of time to recover before I can attack again. Hey, this is Juan Aditya. Let's work on two combinations that's going to help us solve this fluid slash power problem. For the sake of this video, we're going to be focusing exclusively on this angle one, because it's the most common attack you're going to get, and it's also people's go-to attack when they want to wind up and hit with power. They generally look for the angle one. And the most common angle one is not often this high horizontal, but it's this high forehand diagonal. For some reason, as human beings, we just find it the easiest to go boom, right, and to add power into it. Now the problem is, I want to come back with a backhand from here. It takes a little bit of training for me to come back with another forehand. So most often you're going to find people come back with a backhand. The only problem is, it takes me a while to be able to come back with that backhand. And if someone is smart about the way that they're working their range, or if they're good with their footwork, they can let that angle one pass and then enter behind it before I can come out with that angle two. Or even if I do bring out that angle two, it's not necessarily the most powerful because I'm in a rush to bring it out. The first thing that we can do is add a small little twirl to this. Now I've taught this before and we've called it the dog's tail. I think the Dog brothers are the ones who named it, and it's a great way to go into an angle two because it's basically continuing the momentum of the angle one into an angle two. I've taught it before as almost, you can almost think of it like a Wittig. In Pekiti, this is one of GT's favorite things to do. Angle one, Wittig, angle two, Wittig, angle one, Wittig, angle two, Wittig. We can think of it in the same way, but the idea is I want to continue momentum into that angle two. So even if you think of it as a Wittig, the idea is not a strike or an abanico. In Pekiti we call this a Wittig, but I know it's called abanico also in many other places. So the idea is not to think of this as a hit, but as a way to continue momentum. So the first combination is going to be that angle one, that dog's tail, angle two, and now I'm not going to stop this here either because again it's going to take me time to recover before I can attack again. So I'm going to continue this momentum up and then back down into an angle one. So again, this is one of GT's Grand Tour's favorite combinations. He goes angle one, Wittig, angle two, Wittig, angle one, Wittig. And it's because I can continue the momentum into this and continue the momentum into this, and so I can continue the momentum and I don't have to stop with those power strikes. The next combination is going to use that same dog's tail or Wittig, but we're going to come back with a horizontal. Now a horizontal strike even on its own is a great way to follow up after that angle one. It takes less time to load than that diagonal, versus it takes less time, a fraction of a second less time to load than that diagonal, but if I add in, then I can add even more power because again I am continuing the momentum of that angle one, boom, into that horizontal strike. So it's angle one, Wittig a dog's tail, horizontal attack, and from here I don't want to just come back to my shoulder, I don't want to stop that combination, so I'm going to go back into that angle one. One more time, 1, 2, 3, and now we can come up with a third combination, which is putting the first two combinations together. So I'm going 1 dog's tail, 2 Wittig, 1 dog's tail horizontal, 1 Wittig, 2 Wittig, 1 Wittig, horizontal, 1, and so I can just continue the combination and keep that momentum going from the side ones. 1, 2, 1, horizontal, 1, and we're back to the beginning again. I want to take a quick break in the video to tell you a little bit about the exclusive content that we offer on both our YouTube memberships and on our Patreon page. On both pages, we have extended versions of the YouTube videos that go out for free for you guys, as well as a series called A Drill of the Week, where I look at double stick, single stick, double knife, single knife, stick and knife, and empty hands, and give you a series of drills every week that you can practice. On Patreon though, we have two exclusive series. One is called 2 on Training Thoughts, where I'm giving you my thoughts on training, on fighting, on preparing other people for fighting, just my thoughts thoughts on the martial arts in general. And the last series is called Ancient Arts Modern Warriors, which is an extended way for you and me to geek out or nerd out on the martial arts together. So we're talking about the relevance of the martial arts, the evolution of the martial arts, how they're connected to each other. Again, it's just an extended format for us to geek out on the martial arts together. If you'd like to know more about either of the pages, please check out the links in the description down below. Now back to the video. This is going to hurt your shoulder if you keep going on for a while, because you are trying to continue that momentum. So couple of things to keep in mind. The first thing is, make sure that the stick you're using is not too heavy, because every time you fire this hard fluid slash, the stick wants to pull away from you. It's going to put a lot of pressure and strain on your shoulders. So make sure the stick is something that you can handle, and of course you can build up. That's why, like, if you can see in the background, all of these maces, they really help with building shoulders that can be resistant to this kind of stuff. That's what one of the things they were traditionally used for. But even then, start with a lighter stick, get repetitions into it, and then build up in a weight. The next thing is to start slow. The thing about power strikes is, if I get it wrong, I'm hitting myself really hard. So start slow, be able to continue the momentum so I don't have to stop anywhere. That's the most important thing. If I can do this without stopping anywhere, then I am able to continue that momentum. And for that to happen, look at the follow through that I am having on both strikes. It goes all the way at the back. It's continuing the momentum. I'm not keeping my elbow close to my body and doing this. There's no momentum I'm going to have over there. GT used to say throw it. He used to ask us to almost throw the weapons and let them go. Let them go. Let the weapon do its work. Let the weight at the end of your arm, let it do its work. The third thing, and this is again a Pekiti thing, this is something that Grant 1 has really specified on. I know that there are other FMA arts that will do this, but GT has specifically asked me many times not to do this, and that's, we are not pivoting on the legs to generate power. One of the reasons is, every time that I am pivoting, my footwork kind of dies. Now, of course, a small little bit of pivot is fine, but oftentimes the way that it's done is these full pivots, and as soon as I do this, my footwork is kind of dead. So everything that we're doing right now, even though we are focusing on what the arms and the weapons are doing, all of this has to still be able to work along with your feet. I have to be able to move with power, but also move my feet. So if I'm having these big turns, my footwork really dies. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to add, leave that in the comments down below. Please do subscribe to the channel. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. A huge thank you to everybody on our YouTube memberships and everybody on our Patreon page. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you'd like to know more about the exclusive content that we offer on either of the pages, check out the links in the description down below. Lastly, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.